Well, this next part of the show is where we sit back and unwind as the show draws to a close. Today we're joined by a young woman who hails from Gwanda, some 2 kilometers away from Beitbridge in Zimbabwe. Inobubele Dube has been awarded a bursary to study aviation, and she now joins us in studio. Hi, Sisi, how are you?
Great, how are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you so much for coming through. Why did you decide you want to be a pilot?
I think from my very first flying experience, the first time I flew, before that I'd always wondered how do these big machines keep in the sky? You know, it's always been a fascination of mine. So the first time I flew, I was 10. I just knew that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, and yeah.
And I know you want to look at these big machines and what they do and take us to our destinations and all of that, but what about it fascinates you so much? Apart from this, it being a big machine, do you feel like as a woman, you also want to go and make, strides at a difference?
Exactly. I'd like to make a difference. I mean, this is a male-dominated industry, that much said. So I'd like to be one of those first women that are there to be able to inspire the ones that are behind us to be able to go forth and see that their dreams are within reach.
And one of the things that, when we read about your story is the fact that you didn't even know how you were going to be able to achieve this dream because the fees are so exorbitant and, it's very difficult to get into that field. How then did you manage to secure yourself this bursary? Did you have to study? How were the exams? Or what was the process like?
Okay, so initially I wanted to find out how I could get to being a pilot. I tried to find out ways back home in Zimbabwe, and there were very limited ways of getting to the point. So I decided to look for a school this side in South Africa, and I then applied to the school that I now go to, and they went ahead and said, okay, you've gotten the place, and then they sent me the acceptance letter, and I was excited, I was overjoyed, but then they sent me the price list, and then I was like, oh, okay, there's that.
That's the moment.
That's the moment. And for a while I was like, I'm not sure how I'm going to make this happen. But then I kept the faith. I approached one of the resident ministers in Gwanda, and I told him of the dilemma I was in, that I really needed funds to pursue this, and he knew just the person to call, and he just made the call. I met with Mr. Maposa. We had quite a lengthy talk, and yeah, he said he'll be more than willing to pay for my school fees.
And when you look at this particular field for you, apart from it being male dominated, apart from it being about aviation and flying and all of that, what else are you hoping to learn from this in order for you, because you come from Zimbabwe, it's a rural place where you come from, how are you hoping to inspire the girls that who look up to you in that particular place where you come from? How are you hoping to inspire them to dream big, because you did not let it go when you saw that you don't have enough funds?
Yeah, well, what I hope to achieve is I hope to show them that, you can do anything. Nothing that anybody tells you you can't do. Like, it cannot limit you, because when you come from a rural area, like from where I come from, your perspectives are very limited. It's like you can only see what you can only see. So I want to inspire them to see that, look, you can go further. There is so much more. The world is humongous, and you can reach higher. So that is exactly what I want to do. I want them to see that if I can do it, then definitely you can do it. There's nothing stopping them from achieving their dreams.
And also, with this study, how long is it, and when do you hope to qualify?
Okay, so with this study, it's literally completely up to you. I hope to be able to be finished within 2 years, which is next year how I'll be finished. So yeah, it's literally up to you. It's literally like learning how to drive a car. When do I come in? How do I maneuver around this? And yeah, it's a time-sensitive thing, because of course you'll forget if you take too long, but then I hope to be finished in about 2 years.
In about 2 years.
Yes.
And once you then finish in about 2 years, do you then start immediately flying, or how does it all work? Do they have to take you through yet another training, or will you be done after 2 years?
Yes, well, the qualification I'm studying for right now is called a private pilot's license, and that will allow me to fly small planes. I will not be allowed to be paid, though, for flying that. So after I get this first license, I'll then go on and do a commercial pilot's license, which will then allow me to be paid and for me to go into the commercial industry and perhaps work for an airline or work for a business where I'll be able to then fly. But yeah, after I get my private pilot's license, I can fly around.
And are you hoping to only work in South Africa, or do you want to expand your wings also in the country?
I would love to work abroad. I mean, it is flying, so I definitely have the opportunity to go anywhere that I want to go. So yeah, I'd love to see the world, travel through this as well. So yeah, that would be very much appreciated. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Inobubele, for coming through. And that is, of course, aviation student there, Inobubele Dube, who comes from Zimbabwe.